I just love our audience. We have two emails. The first from Robert, who says, Diane is incredible, blaming the snoozing on Ronald Reagan 30 years ago. Maybe George Bush did something he can be blamed for. On the other hand, here's one from Eric in Ohio, who says, of course the air controller problem goes back to Reagan. Replacement of controllers, impossible hours, and a toothless, so-called, and utterly silent union all date from that. Two views. Who knows who's
Welcome to
right.
Politics in 2011.
Indeed. Let's hear from a former traffic controller, or perhaps even a current one. Good morning, Michael. You're on the air.
Good morning, Diane. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I'm a current air traffic controller, and I've been working nearly 30 years, 7 years in the military and 22 years in the FAA. And I respectfully disagree with your panelist. It was all caused by Ronald Reagan. They created an infrastructure crisis inadvertently. When I was hired in '88, we were still woefully understaffed throughout the country. We never recovered. We warned the FAA management in the late '90s that this was going to be a problem. They ignored it. And a lot of people don't know this, but the Bush administration, when they appointed Marion Blakely as the FAA administrator, she basically allowed the veteran controllers to retire between 2006 2009 because they voided the contract that we had, and we lost almost 3,000 experienced controllers that we still haven't recovered from. So it's a real problem. We're still facing a crisis situation in staffing.
Michael, let me ask you a question, if I may. Do you have any idea how many controllers would have been on duty overnight before Ronald Reagan broke the union and fired the air traffic controllers?
They would have normally had probably just one in the tower and one in the radar room if it was a upstairs, downstairs facility. If it was a tower-only facility, they probably still would have only had one. But the difference is those were true professionals. We're dealing with replacement controllers, young people, don't understand the responsibility level. Most of them aren't allowed to work in the tower because they're trainees. That's another shell game the FAA chooses to do when they say that the facility is fully staffed with, say, 50 controllers, but really only 30 of them are fully certified. And those 30 are the only ones that work the mids. And so they're fatigued and they're tired.
We were asking. Yeah, we were asking something here. Maybe you can give us some perspective. Has there been snoozing going on all along and we just didn't know about it, or is this something new?
No, this is really something new. I mean, it is hard to ask of someone to have to stay up all night, but a lot of facilities have tended to, when they've had multiple people stand mids, they've had the people split up the mids. So what the people do on their break, I have no idea, but that's the way it used to be. But now the staffing is so tight that normally there's not enough people to put more multiple people on positions, especially radar facilities.
Okay, Byron.
Actually, it sounded like as if you were blaming Bush a little more than Reagan, because there's a deal where a number of experienced controllers retired. I have to confess, I don't know enough about the history of air traffic control to say this. I find it difficult to believe there's some sort of proximate causation involving Ronald Reagan, but whatever.
Well, let me give you one more number. There's 15,000 controllers supposedly in the United States right now. That's not true. There's 12,000 that actually work traffic at any given time. And of that 12,000, there's maybe 6,000 to 8,000 that are fully certified. The rest are these replacement controllers that we're trying to get through the system, but we don't have the resources anymore.
I hope you're going to send an email to both Secretary Ray LaHood and the temporary head of the FAA, whoever that might be. Michael, thanks for calling.
Thank you, Diane.
Okay.